Hello everyone, welcome back to Laser Penguin Games. Today we're going to be looking at the Summon Amazon on Diablo 2 Median XL Sigma. And let's just get right into the skills here first. Okay, so it's Amazons are again pretty restricted to their skill trees because you can't put talent points in more than one tree basically of the first five. So for the summon one, I actually went with the Javelin tree because of Moonbeam, basically. So it's going to give you basically a big regeneration shield and also give you physical resist, your max physical resist just for having it up. So it's a very nice defensive move when you're a summoner to just stay alive while your summons are doing the work. So you basically, for me, I just max out Moonbeam. I just put one skill point in the other ones just for fun, just so I could use them. Even the Moon Queen, which is your actual passive, not really worried about like a Deadly Strike or adding more physical damage to your Javelin. It's okay. I mean, I just don't care about my Javelin my physical Javelin damage or trying to get Deadly Strike, but you can put 1 point in it and it'll just level up itself. So for neutral, you're going to want to max out Wild and Free, also your Fire Elementals, which is going to be your main move. You're going to want to max that out. Max out Balance for defense. And then I put one in each so that I can have, it's just some free defensive harmony. Even though most of the time you're not going to be getting hit because your summons will. So this move is not that important, but it's still nice to have for some bosses and stuff. In your reward skills, you're going to take max out Spellbind because that is a synergy for your Fire Elementals. So you're going to max that out. I got some War Spirit just for some extra crushing blow. And then I maxed out Career for poison damage. So it's just going to add... so this is another reason why I went with the Javelins instead of something else, like a Scepter build or something, is that you can just add the poison damage easily and throw it at range, right? So you can just make a ranged attack while your summons are up on the front line, and just gives you something to do too while your summons are doing most of the work. So you can at least. So basically, you're just going to be spamming Moonbeam. All right. So for stats, we'll look at stats here. Basically, all I really did was make sure I had enough dexterity and bonus attack ratings so that my javelins would be hitting like when I threw them. So I've got a 95% chance to hit right now. I don't have that much dexterity in, only 600, and then I just had enough strength to wear all my gear, and then I pretty much put the rest all in vitality. And you end up with a pretty large amount of hit points, which is nice compared to even like the Boson where I was trying to dump a lot in vitality there too. But I guess I'm getting more life on this with my items. We'll take a look at the items next. So, and most of this build is going to be just easily crafted. There's one rune word and one, so the only sacred unique you're going to need is the Crown of Arnezus, which is going to make it so your Fire Elementals gain 100% of their physical damage as fire damage as well. This is a huge damage buff to your Fire Elementals, so you're going to need to have this to make... I mean, you can still go with a crafted helmet until you can get one, but it's the only sacred unique in the build. So I went with... So these are... My Javelin, again, I didn't care about the actual throw damage. I just made sure I had $5 skills, and then because I was using Tainted Shrines for most of the gear. So you can see here, I added more minion damage as well with orbs, and then all the jewels I made were also summon damage jewels. So that's pretty much what I filled all my gear with. The gloves, you can make sure you get your bonus 2 to Amazon skills. I did add a few attack speed jewels just to throw faster. And then I also added a bit of total character defense. So you can see that I have 100 and also 130, but 129. So it's pretty big. So I mean, you'll see in cows it's better. So the armor here, again, you're gonna want to have $2 skills and then a bunch of summon damage. Just add the jewels in, and then so this is the rune word you're gonna need for your second summon. So this is Eloi. And this one you're gonna have to craft several times because it's such a huge variance on the Champions of the Sun, which is your summon. So you can get, I think, from like 11 to 27 on it, and this one I finally got as the 26. That Champions of the Sun, which is pretty good. But yeah, you're gonna have to unsock it and keep making the rune word a few times before you get a good one. But again, this and you're gonna definitely want a Sacred Set's Child over any of the other shields that you can get for now. It's just the defense is so much higher than the other shields. You can see here it's like 17k just on the shield alone. Boots, again, just any Tainted Shrine boots, you can just make them. Some boots. You can use magical shrines too if you want to get your more minion resistance of life. The amulet, I just went with a 4 skill. This one's not that great, but it's all I really had. So you're just gonna want to find a skill amulet that has like a bunch of summon bonuses on it for that. And then there's a bell. It's just more summon damage. The rings, I actually these are some of the only rings I actually found. So I was lucky enough to find both of the, like 2 of these, which you probably won't. You can just make your own. Basically, you'll find a ring with a skill on it and some sort of summon ability also, and then you can just fill it with orbs and make your own summon rings anyway. But if you can get your hands on these, they do help with the more life and defense. The only thing is, like, the physical resist you don't really need because of you're using Moonbeam. It's already maxing you out. It's kind of just the physical resist on your rune word and your rings just are kind of worthless actually because you're already capped unless something is giving you a minus. But still good. I still like just basically having all the extra life and everything. And I could probably switch it out if I wanted to get more skills in. But so that's pretty much it for the gear, and we'll give it a test run in the cat level so you can see. You're gonna have to go to the healer in town, whatever act you're in, to be able to summon all your minions because the Champions of the Sun cost so much. So for me right now, I think the cap on fire elementals is 15. And so for champions, it actually scales more, like the more levels you get. But you can see they cost 500 some, and I'm only gonna be able to summon like 6 or 7 before I have to fill. So you just basically fill it up, talk to the healer, get them all summoned, and then on my bar I'm gonna have Moonbeam on the left skill. You can use your shift to throw it so you don't move, and then I have the Spellbind, which I'm going to be using to curse on my right click, and then I'll be resummoning also at the same time. So this is my army here, and I also got my hireling guy too, my merc, my Act 5 merc there. And we're going to go into cows. Should we probably... oh shit, here we go. So they're going to battle, and you can just go ahead and curse, and they'll turn this milky white color, which means they're taking more damage. I just start throwing. So when you're throwing your moonbeams, you're going to turn red, and that means you got your regen up and all your physical resist. You can go ahead and spam. You know how poison works if you watch my Boson video. I'll explain all that. I'm not going to re-explain it, so if you Basically, you only want to hit the target like every 3 to 4 seconds anyway. So you can see champions are going to die a lot quicker. They're not as good as summon anyway as your fire elementals, which are doing way more damage because of your helmet, crown. But I'll see if I can kill King here and go after the boss and see how I do. Are you in here, King? The cool thing too is like you just you don't really feel like in danger so much. It's like when your bow's on, you're just exploding every 5 seconds. It's just nice to have some toughness. And in a lot of places too, you can summon your minions across gaps and then throw your javelins. You don't even have to worry about actually being near whatever you're fighting. So again, I'm just gonna keep resummoning as my guys die, keep them at max. I guess I should put on my my War Spirit and my Bloodlust. They're not really doing that much, to be honest. King just died. They don't do much for you really, but there's still a little bit of extra if you're crushing blow on not bosses, also. But all right, so let's go see how they do against a boss. Ooh, an amulet. Alright, so let's go in here and see if we can take this guy down. Looks like he's already fighting. Oh wow, okay. So maybe the AoEs are a bit much, but I think if you're fighting the AoE bosses too, you're just going to want to stick to summoning your fire elementals because they just don't cost as much. And the moonbeam, you don't actually have to hit anything with it. You can just throw it anywhere you want, and you'll get your shield. But yeah, I can just keep summoning these fire elementals for a long time. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna use some extra poison damage to the boss. I think I have mana. I can start summoning a few champions now, and you can drink some potions too if you want extra. But doesn't look like he's hurting me that bad. Well, he's only really attacking my summons. I'm summoning them just as fast as they're dying. So and I'm not even really using healing pots. I'm just recovering from the regeneration from Moonbeam. He's just stunning me and I just don't care. I did notice though a bunch of the 120 bosses that your summons are going to have a bit more issues staying alive. So certain bosses are okay, but other ones, like if it's a boss that regenerates and it has massive AoEs, you're going to run into a few problems. But it's still good up to even like Duncraig. You can farm with the summons, and it's just a lot easier in cows and K3K than being a boson and just dying all the time. And that's pretty much it. So for the build, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.